So it is an interesting time in the Philippines. So today is October 31st, which makes it Halloween. And if you told me that I would be spending 2023's Halloween in the Philippines at the start of this year, I wouldn't believe you. But this is where I am. So it's interesting. I'm very glad to be here on Halloween. But I actually had no idea that Halloween was even celebrated in the Philippines. It's also interesting because yesterday was a public election here in the Philippines. And so basically many things were closed. The town was a ghost town. And tomorrow is All Saints Day. So I don't know what that is, but I know it's a very important public holiday here in the Philippines, and people will not be working. Many things will be closed. And so yeah, I am here in Dumaguete trying to figure out what do I do? What kind of content do I shoot? So it's an interesting time here in the Philippines for me. And just this morning, I ended up dropping off my passport at JRC Visa to get my extension. So I will be staying I'll be getting an extension for another 2 months here. So I do plan to stay through the new year here in the Philippines. So I do plan to be here all the way through 2023. But yeah, so I thought I would today, I have not eaten today. So I thought I would maybe go around and show you some local spots that I think are really good. I've been here for a few days now and needed to relax after almost getting into a car accident on Saturday. It is now Tuesday, so I needed to relax. And yeah, but there is one bake shop up here that sells insanely good rolls for 6 pesos, and they're very friendly in there. I think I'm gonna go get a roll and I'll show you. There's also a very popular, very famous bake shop here called San Rizal, and I do think I also want to go there as well. Okay, so right around the corner, this is such a loud area, but like right around the corner here is a bake shop that has really good food and really good sweets, and I have exactly 6 pesos. So let's see if we can get in here. Oh, they don't have the one I want. Oh man. Okay. Fortunately, they don't have the sweet roll that I was looking for. But I can recommend this company. It's very good. Gold Label Bake Shop. It's 6 pesos for, it's like a roll with sugar on top. It's insane. And I don't even know what 6 pesos is. Maybe 10 cents? Something like that. Yeah, 10 cents probably. So I think I will make this video about why Dumaguete is popular with expats. Now I should tell you that I am probably 30 years younger than the majority of expats here. In fact, I have not seen anybody my age here other than locals. But I can understand the attraction to Dumaguete here as a place where people come to retire. You can see the beautiful beach on the Rizal Boulevard. You've already seen that in my other video. Maybe you haven't, maybe you have, I don't know, but I think we will walk along Rizal Boulevard and probably take a look at what's going on there today. But you have a variety of coffee shops here. So you got the good old Bo's Coffee, which you can find all over Cebu province. It's actually, I haven't been there since I was in Cebu last. And I think I just showed you the bake shop, where you can get breads and pandasols and all sorts of things for, you know, maybe around I don't know, 6 pesos for a piece of bread, which again is probably like 10 cents, something like that. Obviously there are a variety of trikes here that you can take for also like 10 to 15 pesos, and they'll get you to where you need to go very quickly. Yeah, and you can even hail one of those via Grab, and you can get a trike via Grab. They're very cheap. Yesterday I took like a 4-minute trike ride, and it was like, I gave the guy 13 pesos and he was happy with that. Okay, the road noise here is absolutely terrible, which is maybe one factor or consideration if you are deciding to come to Dumaguete and stay or retire. You also have a variety of these Thai massage places, which I've not gone into any one of those, but I have noticed that there are more massage places here than other places in the Philippines. Yeah, so you can get very cheap food here. You can also do some more expensive dining here. I am going to be exploring North Point later this evening, and that is a place where apparently it's more trendy, a little bit more upscale. But where I'm walking now is where the kind of famous San Rizal bake shop is, and this is apparently one of the must-do things here in Dumaguete. But you can see how beautiful the landscape is. This is Rizal Boulevard, as I said. I also want to talk about today. I went and got I dropped off my passport, so I got a 2-month extension. I do use JRC Visa. This is a company that I highly recommend. I am not sponsored by them, but I ended up doing a consultation call with JRC a while ago, and I paid $50 for a consultation call, and it really put my mind at ease about like what I need to do to stay in the Philippines longer term, or for, in my case, more than like 3 months. And JD, who works there, was very helpful. And today I just went and dropped off my passport at the JRC branch here in Dumaguete. They have branches all over the Philippines, and the person who helped me out was very kind, very helpful, and so I can recommend them. I can go pick up my passport and my extension at 3:30 p.m. Went there at 8:30 p.m. Went there at 8:30 a.m. this morning. I can go and pick it up at 3:30 p.m. this afternoon. I do have to do something with biometrics because I guess my ACR card will be included in this. I should also say that my first extension I did in BGC in Manila, and that cost me like around 3,300 pesos or 3,000 pesos, and that was very easy. The second extension, which I just am doing now, is 2 months, and it cost me 9,300 pesos, so quite expensive. That is like $160, but again, that is for an ACR card, and it's for 2 months here in the Philippines, so it's something to consider. Now, talking about continuing on, my goodness. Okay, the road noise is considerable. The road noise is considerably bad here. Now, talking about why people might love to retire here. You have these restaurants along Rizal Boulevard like Casablanca, which I can recommend. I had a very, very good burger there. It was very, very good. Again, I think the cost of living here is very, very, very affordable from kind of my short time here so far. Is it just me, or is it like louder than normal this morning? But for my very short time here, I've been here Saturday, Sunday, Monday, now Tuesday, 4 days, and food is much cheaper than in other places I've been. Certainly cheaper than Manila. Accommodation is relatively affordable. I have a very good Airbnb host who I recommend. I will try to put a link to the Airbnb that I'm staying in the description of this video. I think it cost me around $43 or $45 a night, and the host is very, very helpful. So that is definitely something that I would recommend. But yeah, the hosts are very, very friendly, and that price of $43 is a bit more expensive than other places, but it's a very nice Airbnb. So yeah, now continuing on here, we have the San Rizal Bakery. So I have not eaten today. Let's see what we can find here in the bakery. So looks like we have all sorts of stuff. Hello there, good morning. So look at all of these cakes, guys. Salted caramel cheesecake, blueberry cheesecake, cocoa banana. What do we have here? Cinnamon walnut cream bun, Swiss roll. I know that there's some sort of like famous item here, but I will ask them. Hello, ma'am. What is the famous item here? I know there's like a famous Savanas.
Yes.
Savanas. Okay, and then okay, I'll do a Savanas. Butter, please. Is that the butter? Is that the original? Let's go with the original.
1 pack.
1, please. Yes. Okay, so This is the location San Rival Cakes and Pastries. So I got my cakes and pastries. Let's go have some by the beach. Now I'm not doing coffee right now. I'm going no coffee currently, but I gotta say, I'm sure these would go really, really well with a cup of coffee. Now they also have a bistro, San Rizal. I have eaten at the bistro yesterday. The food was good. The food was definitely good. The service was very slow. It was almost like they were undermanned, understaffed. I would recommend that they get more staff, but the staff were very, very friendly. And the food was good. I seem to have missed this. Okay, Sisters of St. Paul Charters. Okay, interesting. So let's sit down and have a famous pastry here by the beach, by the water. So yeah, I ended up extending my stay here in Dumaguete. I'm not sure if I said this already. This is kind of just, I want to make a video. I have 6 hours to kill until I get my visa, and I really wanted to make a video today, actually 2 videos today. So in making this video, I thought this might be helpful, but I did end up extending my stay here in Dumaguete because I had an absolutely chaotic start to Dumaguete, where my taxi driver almost got me into a car accident, and I needed some time to just decompress, decompose, relax. Hello. How are you? But yeah, so that's primarily why I decided to do that. I also didn't know how long the visa extension would take. So yeah, just looking for a nice spot here to sit. It has been absolutely blazing hot. Tomorrow is November, and you can really feel that the heat is coming back. It has not been as rainy. I've been, now this second time in the Philippines. I came here September 19th. So hello guys, how are you? Good. How are you today? What are you guys doing?
Team building.
What is it? Oh, team building. Oh, okay, very good. Oh, very good. I think I will have some pastries. So, all right, well, have a good day. See you guys. Doing some team building exercises. Always a good thing. Yeah, I think I found a shaded spot over here. Did you hear that horn in the background? That woke me up this morning. Since I've been here, this is now my second time in the Philippines. I arrived for the second time, September 19th. It is now end of October, last day of October here, and there's considerably less rain than when I came here, and you can feel the heat starting to come back. I do see a Starbucks over there, and I think I will sit here and try one of these famous bake items. So let's see. So here's the Sylvanas. I did read online that they are chilled. So I got the original butter. So you get quite a bit of them here. Might be a bit messy. Oh man. Oh god. Oh, that is so good. Okay. Let me describe this to you. It's basically like an ice cream sandwich. Oh my god. It's like icing from a cake on the inside. On the outside, it's like a butter cookie, like a butter cookie on the outside. The inside is icing from a cake, basically, but it's cold. So it's sort of like ice cream. This is so insanely good. We're gonna go for 3. It's probably way too much, but we're gonna go for 3. However, as a tourist, I've had a very good time here. And it's a nice place for me to sort of land while I deal with this stuff, this visa stuff. And decompress from the chaotic journey I've just been on. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to give these away. See if somebody might want them. Because I've already think I've eaten too many. Hey brother. Cookies? For you? Yeah, salamat. Have a good day. I feel good knowing that those didn't go to waste. And I got to try the famous bake item here in Dumaguete. I should also just say, like, my host and his sister are Filipino, but they've lived all over the world. They're very friendly. The interactions I've had with people where I've had drinks or eaten, you know, have been pretty good. There is a feeling though that I'm just, as a foreigner, a bit too young for Dumaguete. So if you're one of my younger viewers, something to consider. I would say still come here, because there are a lot of attractions like Apo Island, which you just get on a ferry. It's like 20 minutes, and you can swim with sea turtles. So, excuse me, I may or may not go do that while I'm here. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of island stuff very soon over there at Sikior. So I don't know if I'm gonna do Apo Island or not. But yeah, there's also a marine sanctuary off of Silliman University where you can see like a bunch of marine life, and that is a big thing. There's also a ton of hiking, and I guess to the west, I don't know, directionally, I'm directionally challenged, but about 4 kilometers outside of Dumaguete City, there's a place called Valencia, which apparently is where a lot of expats go to live, and that is in the mountains. And in Valencia and around that area, you can do a ton of hiking. So there's a lot of nature here in Dumaguete. I will say the pace of life seems to be very slow here in Dumaguete. And of course, I see a lot of foreigners, expats, walking along Rizal Boulevard to start their day, get their coffee at one of the amazing shops here. There are tons of places to eat that I can definitely recommend. And yeah. So there's even this Jerry's place, which I think I found out is a chain in the Philippines. But hello guys. I found is a chain in the Philippines, and yeah, I had really good food there. Over here, there's a ton of street food. If you haven't seen my first time in Dumaguete video, you can see me go over there. I didn't eat anything, but there is a ton of street food options over there. And at night, this whole section gets lined with carts, food carts. So you can get very cheap eats. You can try things like balut, which is duck embryo, which I have not yet tried. I might try one day. It's a little rough for me. And I think what I will do here is I will get myself a chai, even though I just had a bunch of sweet stuff. I think I will get myself a chai tea at the Starbucks, because while I'm not doing coffee, I have not sworn off caffeine. I'm sticking to teas. So let's see what the Starbucks looks like here in Dumaguete. So nice Starbucks here. There's copyright music. Hello, good morning. Cheers. Myself an iced chai latte. And I think found a nice little spot here to hang out outside the Starbucks. Not too hot. So let's talk cost of living in Dumaguete, because I think some of you may be interested in this. And I also think I will talk cost of travel, because that's more so for my channel. But yeah, let's do that. All right, so cost of living. So I just had a quick look here, and if you want to get an apartment for rent on a monthly basis, it looks like you can rent a pretty nice apartment for between 10,000 and 15,000 pesos per month, which is considerably cheaper than a place like Manila, especially BGC, which I'm more familiar with BGC. But in BGC, you're gonna spend 35 to 45,000 pesos per month, for a nice place to live. Here it looks like it is at least a half the cost, maybe even a quarter of the cost to find a monthly apartment here. Now, if you're looking to do travel like me, which is more like what this channel is about. So as I stated, for Airbnbs, the first Airbnb I had, I actually ended up switching out of that Airbnb, but the first one I had was like $22 or $23 a night. So it was actually it was like $90 for 4 nights, which is extremely cheap. This new Airbnb that I'm in is much nicer, I would say. And this one is, like, as I stated, $43, $45 a night. The first one didn't have didn't have hot water. It just had a bucket and very, very weak water. Very weak cold water to shower with. So that's actually why I ended up switching, because I had a crazy day and I wanted to. It did have fiber internet though. It had very fast internet. This new one has hot water, very spacious, haven't had any roaches or anything. Internet's good enough, definitely. I think like 50 megabits up, and the owners are very nice. It's in a great location. So that's what you can expect to spend, kind of like more on the budget side. And then from what I understand, if you want to go up to North Point, which I will be doing a video on this, I don't know if this comes out before or after, but North Point, the Airbnbs are more expensive. So, you know, you're looking at 50, 60, 70, 80, up to $100 a night for a place there, but it's more of a luxury resort style accommodation near the beach, near the ocean. And so that is definitely something as well to consider. So that's kind of like the housing situation. Now the food costs are extremely affordable. So you just saw I got a whole tray of the famous Savellis at the San Rival Bakery, and it was like 190 pesos, which is $3, something like $3 around there. And to go out to eat at one of the nicer places like Casablanca is not very expensive. You might only spend 500 pesos, which is like $9 for a really, really nice burger, fries, and a drink. To get a beer is like 80 pesos for a beer, which is $1.50, $1.20, something like that, $1.25. You can get breads and pandasols and all sorts of stuff like that for 6 pesos. I think I might take you over to the food hall. I may or may not. I can't film there because there's tons of copyright music playing, but there's a food hall over here where it's just like basically Carinderia style, sort of. And yeah, you just get like a whole bowl of pork for 60 pesos, which is like $1. And you get 2 bowls of pork and rice and a drink, and it's like 160, 180 pesos, something like that, for all of that food. And again, that's like maybe $3. So you can really eat here on the cheap. Trikes are extremely expensive. I keep flipping the words. Trikes are extremely inexpensive. They are not going to cost you much. Airbnbs are not going to cost you a ton, especially compared to Manila. Food's not going to cost you a ton. Beer's not going to cost you a ton. You can get on a ferry. You can go to Siquijor and stay there. And that ferry is probably going to cost you $9 to $15. So I would say that the cost of living in Dumaguete is extremely affordable. And yeah, hopefully that helps. So as a traveler for 4 days, so that would be like cost of living. I don't know what that is on a monthly basis, but you know, I see a lot of videos on YouTube where like people live on $1,500 a month in the Philippines. I could see how Dumaguete you could do that, and I don't think it would be like a crazy luxurious lifestyle, but you could have a comfortable life, I believe, on $1,500 per month. Here, that would be my guess, especially if you're getting like a 10,000 peso apartment, which is only like, again, $180, $160 a month, and then, you know, you're maybe cooking or you're going to one of these cheaper places. I could absolutely see how people could live here on that and even have some money left to afford to go over to Siquijor every now and then. So yeah, I could see that. Now as a traveler, you know, you could spend $90 to $160 total for an Airbnb for 4 days. Your food cost is going to be very low. Your beer cost is going to be very low. I think you could probably do a 4-day trip here for under $300, maybe $350, something like that. You could probably even get that down cheaper as well. Yeah, and that would include your accommodation, your drinks, your meals, your transportation, your trips to, you know, the caves and the hiking and everything. And actually, I think, what is that, like $100 a day? You could probably cut that in half. Honestly, you could probably cut that in half if you're really thrifty. But I'm not a really thrifty guy when it comes to this stuff. I have a bigger budget than most backpackers, so for me, you know, a $300 trip over 4 days is very, very affordable. So yeah, you could definitely probably do $50 a day here. Yeah, I would say definitely could do $50 a day here. So I did just have a really nice chat with a sort of a younger expat. He's 43. We were talking at the Starbucks for a while, and I didn't want to get him on camera because I sometimes just like to have conversations for myself. I don't record those always, but I have lots of conversations off camera for this channel that don't make it in. And he did inform me that it's very easy to live here on $1,500 a month. You know, his apartment, I think 2-bedroom is 20,000 pesos. It's a 2-bedroom for 20,000. So that would be like $350, something like that. So you can definitely make that happen. And even fine dining is like at a really, really nice places. An appetizer only costs you 10 bucks, and we're talking fine dining. So yeah, really cool situation that you have here in Dumaguete. And if you are a 40-year-old expat, I would say you're not too young. You might be younger than others, but not too young. So this is the food hall I was talking about. It's called Food Net. And let me see if I can get in there and do some filming. There's usually music blaring here, but let's see if I can get in here. There is indeed music playing. So you grab a tray here, and it's sort of like Carinderia style. You can see many things are 40 pesos, 60, 50, 60 pesos. So very cheap. And it looks like you can even get burgers and sandwiches for under 100 pesos. Consider that $1 is about 60 pesos as of today. Hello, I'll do a pork adobo and one rice. So 45 pesos. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. I think that's it for right now. Oh, good, thank you. Yesterday I got the pork tocino and the spicy pork, and those are more expensive, 60 and 70, but it was very good. Okay, so here's what basically $1 gets you. Got a pork adobo and some rice. It's 55 pesos, which is basically exactly $1. So good stuff. Let's try the adobo here. It's good. If you want to get a Korean haircut, you can go to Gangnam Style, which I've been to Gangnam in Korea. And yeah, I'm kind of interested to see like what the cost would be. Let me see if I can ask. So it is 200 pesos to get a haircut there in Gangnam. That's so affordable. It is under $5. So I would definitely tip at a place like that. But yeah, so then you have this Ground Zero place as well, which I've seen is very popular amongst foreigners. I've never been there, but I guess you can get coffee and food. You can see a guy working on his laptop there. So basically, you have everything you need here in Dumaguete. So I can see the attraction. Either way, thank you so much for being here. Let me know if this was helpful. Drop a comment below. And yeah, look out for more content here in the amazing Philippines. And until next time, I'm going to certainly be talking to you again soon.